the way I have. Just fooling around, guys. What? Was I too loud? Look, I'm a magical rap battle assassin, everlasting, ain't no need for a caption. Me and my team, we so heroic, there's no opponent that can take us down.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Superfan Addicts Podcast. I'm your host, Ray Showdog Prisby, and hey, this is still a week, so we got a great show for y'all tonight. So let's get at it. Let's get it going by introducing our guest for tonight. Where you at? So I know we got Tim Waller in the house.
What's up? Yo.
Still a Rick in the house.
What's up, guys?
I thought I seen somebody else. Oh, there goes.
Is it not working on my end? I'm sorry, I'm new, man. I'm new. My bad. I don't know why it's not working on that front.
All right, well, we'll get back to you.
Oh, there we go. Sweet, I'm here. There we go.
There you go.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Justin?
What's going on, Rick?
Two Steelers and two Browns fans. What we gonna do?
My way?
Hey, before we get started, I go around the room and let everybody introduce themselves. If you got anything going on, whether it's some charities that you're working with or whatever. So we'll start it off with Tim. What's going on with you, Tim?
Oh man, I'm doing some other things in the community. I'm working with the Somali community now, writing programs for their youth. They're facing some issues within their community. So I've been doing a lot of research over the last couple of weeks on some of the issues that they're facing to try to design curriculums for them and to help them try to resolve some of the issues that they're facing here in Columbus. So I've been having my hands full with that. So I've been learning a lot as well.
Okay. Rick, what's up, big dog? What's been going on with you?
Oh man, you know I teach American history high school kids, so I'm live from my teaching studio here. But yeah, same old. I mean, excited for the season. 3-1, looking good so far. We won't talk about these Browns too much. But
rub it in.
I know. Nothing new. Same old stuff. Doing the Veterans Drive this year with Ford and working with the PFUFA, Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association, to do the big drive for the kids of Canton. Every year we go up there and they raise tens of thousands of dollars for the youth around, underprivileged kids and, just the kids and families that really struggle. We give away bicycles and books and backpacks and school supplies, and just each team sets up a table with their swag. So I give away, little Steelers stuff, stickers and keychains and bandanas, and it's a great event every year. And then we do the parade. So just other than that, nothing too much. Glad to see you guys.
Okay, Justin. I see you in your man cave back there.
Yeah. What's going on? It's been busy, man. I cook for a huge tailgate now. I've had to kind of cut it back to where we just do the toy drive every year because I'm just so busy. I have 19 things going on all the time. So I cook for probably the biggest tailgate in on the North Shore right now. We're having 400 or 500 people here right now every week, and I'm cooking. I'm hauling the whole tailgate in a U-Haul, and it's nuts. We just had Marquise Pouncey there last week, and Fast Willie Parker. I photo match stuff for the Steelers now too, where I'm literally photo matching stuff down to a little stitch and putting it on a template, and it's a whole gig in its own. But we still do the toy drive every winter. That's kind of a big thing. We're going to be gearing up for it. It's like Halloween, but hey, you got to get on it now. Steelers are, we're getting through the no bend days. So, I mean, it's still fun. I love the fact we've had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks now between Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. I think it's just fun for me. I don't really have a lot of expectations for Super Bowl and stuff like that right now. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride,
Okay.
Why not? Yeah, we're going to Super Bowl, baby. We're going to San Francisco.
Every year, all you got to do is get to the playoffs. From there, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game.
Hey, real quick, Justin and Rick. I'll address Rick first. That drive that you do for the kids in Canton. Tag me in on that because I got this truck now. I got this Cleveland Brown truck that I can haul all kind of swag in there.
That's right. I saw that. That's amazing.
So anything that you're doing, I think it would be a good look. Orange and brown, black and gold.
Always. Always. Yeah, there's a bunch of Browns fans in the organization, and they're great guys, and they definitely harass me for sure. But yeah, I'm in enemy territory up there, but it's always fun. Everybody works together, to do good things for the community, and it's not about it's a fun rivalry. It's not, and there's no bad blood, but it's definitely fun with the Browns fans up there.
Got you. Last thing before we get started, did the Hall of Fame mail you your plaque?
I was actually up there, so I picked everything up and have it here at home.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I seen a couple other people like Mike from Detroit. He had his. I was like, well, wait, hold on. So I guess maybe they're waiting for me to come down to pick mine up.
I mean, you're right. You're right there. You might as well go head over. Exactly. Make a day out of it.
Hey, let's get this party started. So y'all know the format. We're gonna highlight some of the Browns stuff real quick, and then we'll jump into the Steeler week and talk about Browns and Steelers, and hopefully a couple other people show up while we're doing this, because right now we got at least two people missing, but it's cool because hey, it's a fair fight now, 2-on-2. So let's get it started with that. Oh, I don't even want to bring that up, but that game, that's Vikings game was so winnable.
Oh,
I mean, it was, and I'm not gonna jump on anybody's parade. So let me ask you. We'll start with you, Tim.
Okay.
What do you think contributed to? What was the big contributing factor to that loss, in your opinion, against the Vikings? Because I got a couple.
There's a couple I have. The first one, I think, was our inability to stretch the field. I think that we did see a more advanced offense, an offense that had a lot more production than we saw with Flacco. We saw some timing passes, but we still didn't see any threat down the field. And I'm surprised that Quinshon Judkins was able to produce as much as he did without that down the field threat. The last part of it, the last 3 minutes, or that last 3 minutes, I think that Stefanski just managed the game poorly. He mismanaged those last two drives with us with the ball and with them. It's like, how do you have the advantage with all those timeouts and then flip it under your own power to give them the advantage? Like that right there didn't seem like coach of the year management, in my opinion, of that game. I would expect more of him now, especially since he has all the experience he has. Those are the two things that stuck out to me the most as far as that game. I thought that our defense kind of fell apart in critical situations too. And those are the three things. I think our defense in some instances didn't hold up, the mismanagement at the end of the game, and then not being able to stretch the field, because I think if we're able to stretch the field, that game is probably to our advantage a lot greater than it was up until those last 3 minutes.
Right. So Rick, did you have time to view any of that game at all?
Yeah,
you know what? You have any thoughts on that, sir?
I put on my purple cape and was hoping at the end, that the Viking. No, yeah, I was watching at the end. I mean, they definitely had it, and then I caught the second half, and I'm like, oh man, Browns got this thing, and then, like you said, letting it slip away at the end is definitely painful. A couple blunders there, with the clock and going deep at the end there like that. But yeah, I was like, well, I guess it works out for us, obviously, division rival. But yeah, they definitely had that win in the bag, I thought.
Okay. What about you, Justin? You get a chance to see any of that?
I honestly, you couldn't catch me dead watching a Browns game if there's not Steelers in it. But I did catch like a little bit of it just through the highlights and stuff. I mean, kind of like that last drive killed you. I mean, 80-yard drive on that last thing. You guys gave them too much time at the end there to, you'd let them take the full 3 minutes. And that's kind of where it's, you can't do that, especially when you have Myles Garrett. I don't even know how it's possible. You guys have a great defense on paper, and that's where I don't understand the team every year for you guys. You guys always have this great team on paper that, like, I hate to like. There's a lot of players that I like on the team that, I don't get why it just can't all go together. I feel like you just got to blame coaching to a point, or even ownership, then to me, you also got to factor in the whole London thing. That team was already there. They were right across the pond. They're literally right next door to where they just played. And you could tell, that attrition, the whole having to fly across that week sucks. And I'll give you guys the scapegoat on that one. I think that played a big part in it too.
Well, here's my thing, and for me, it was those last 3 minutes. I'm gonna say this: any close game that it comes down to the two coaches, Stefanski is gonna get outcoached every time. Because he's always going. I mean, what was that? Tackle eligible. Now you got Njoku, you got Fanning down there at the goal line, and you run a tackle eligible pass play. I mean, it's gotten to the point where you almost have to. You go past frustration to where it's hysterical, and you're just laughing. And people, well, why are you laughing? That's your team. I said, I'm laughing because I cannot, because if I don't laugh, I'm going to do something crazy or something stupid. So I mean, right. I get it.
Yeah,
no,
right.
I don't get it.
He's not like a team player.
At some point, we got to take the game out of the coach's hands, which means we're gonna have to score a whole lot, score early, which our team ain't built for that yet. I mean, I think we're averaging 14 points a game. That's like I believe that's dead last in offense.
Yeah.
So I guess that segues into my next question. So do you think, with everything that's going on, do you think Stefanski, our head coach, is in the hot seat? Go ahead, Justin. I'm gonna let you go first.
I think he has to be.
Hey, if you don't know, just say you don't know.
I think he has to be. I mean, like I said, you guys always have a great team on paper, and it just can't seem to come together. I think there's only one guy to blame really at the top. I mean, it's got to be that. I mean, yeah, I agree. He's absolutely on the hot seat. He's a Browns coach. He's probably on the hot seat every year.
No, because he's been coach of the year 2 years. And one of them was that year that we beat you guys, but he had COVID and he was in the basement.
Dude, you guys were like this close to getting it all together. So close to getting it all together. Like,
right. Rick, what you think?
Yeah, I mean,
why don't we trade coaches? We'll take Tomlin and we'll send Stefanski.
I mean, I don't know. We don't have too much room to talk. You know, it's been however many years since we won a playoff game. Let alone been in there. So all this regular season, all these wins and all, expect to go 500. That's just not good enough here. And we're spoiled. We've seen the Super Bowls in our lifetime. And that's the truth. We're spoiled and you expect more. So should Tomlin be on the hot seat because of that? I mean, with you guys, young and all these trades, and I mean, you got 2 first-round picks next year, I think, right? The 26th pick from.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, give it one more year, I think, and you start loading up like that. I mean, they made some risky moves, but you got to be bold, and maybe that pays off. But you start off like this slow. I mean, what are the odds of making it at this point? You got like a 10% chance. You start off 1-4, 1-5. If you lose Sunday, I mean, it's a big game, a division game. So,
all right, absolutely, all the time. Hey, Rick, are you on your phone?
Yes.
Turn it sideways.
All right.
There you go.
Is that better?
There you go. What you think, Tim? Matter of fact, wait a minute. I'm psychic. I'm gonna tell you what Tim is gonna say. I'm gonna tell you, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Hell, on the hot seat.
I don't think he's on the hot seat. I think he belongs on the hot seat, but I don't think he's on it. I don't see moves that indicate he's on the hot seat. I think that if he was on the hot seat, Shedeur would be starting already. I think if he were on the hot seat, Flacco would have been gone sooner than he is. I think he has this year at least to figure it out. But I don't think they have much time as far as the team is concerned. So I don't think he's in the hot seat as far as the organization, but I do believe he's in the hot seat as far as the team. That's what I don't think he has much time before he loses their attention if he doesn't figure something out pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I believe not only is he on the hot seat, but his butt is puckering up.
Blistering.
Puckering up. I mean, and if he's not, he needs to be. He
should be. He definitely should be.
I just for the life of me,
Yeah.
It seemed like every close game, he's always gonna. It's almost like I have to show everybody I'm the smartest guy in the room. So instead of me going right like everybody think I am, I'm gonna go left. And it's like, and every time, and me and producer, we were talking. Me and Cody were talking beforehand, and he was saying, well, if some of them plays are executed right, I said, but 3rd and 1, and you go empty backfield, and you put your quarterback in the shotgun. Come on, high school don't even do that kind of dumb stuff. Hey, we got to change the subject because this just hey, if you guys, unless you've been living under a rock, Joe Flacco got traded within our division to crazy. Is that the number? Already got his number to our rivals, the Bengals. I have so many questions, but the question I'm going to ask is, and this is the best scenario that I think. First of all, he's playing with 2 of the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Great deep ball.
Yeah, and I can remember him getting off the couch when he came to us, and he just started. If the only thing I'm not sure about is their offensive line. But if they give him any time, he could have a magical start like he did in Cleveland a couple years ago. So
yeah,
I guess the question that I'm asking, what you guys think Flacco gonna do down there? You think he gonna show up, or he gonna show out, or he just gonna take a seat and let his career ride out into the sunset? We'll go with you first, Justin.
I think it's going to depend on certain games. I think he's going to show out at times, but I think he's going to get exposed at times too. Like you said, their offensive line is awful. I don't think he's going to do very well for a long time. I think it's going to be, like I said, I think there's going to be moments. I don't think he's going to do well against the Steelers. I think that pass rush is going to get to him as long as we do our part on that front. But I mean, I think he's going to bite some people. I think with they have great wide receivers. I think that deep ball is going to help him out. Definitely better than Jake Browning. I don't think it's going to make him a playoff team by any means, but they're better than what they were. It's kind of it's like shuffling chairs on the Titanic. It's about what you can.
Oh,
that was a good one, Jay.
That's perfect.
What you think?
That was perfect.
What you think? Wait, shuffling chairs while the band is playing and the ship is going down. What you think about that one, Tim?
Flacco's done. I mean, it takes Flacco 10 seconds to take the snap from center and to hand it off. He's done. We saw that. We talked about that last week when we saw Flacco slide. When he could, and we saw it last week when he we talked about last week when he, when they did the quarterback sneak up the middle on the goal line. Big as he is, Flacco's finished. There's a certain heart that comes with football to be successful at it, and Father Time is just, I don't think it's just critical to the physicality or the way you play the game as far as your physical prowess, but I think it's also about your heart. Do you have a heart for the game anymore? And I've seen, in the past where guys are retiring, it's like they may still be able to play, like Barry Sanders. I believe he could still play physically, but he walked away because his heart wasn't in it. And for this sport, it's probably more heart than physicality, your physical presence on the field, in my opinion. And I don't think Flacco, from what we've seen this season, I don't think he has that anymore. So I think he's going to go to Cincinnati. We're going to see more of the same. That's what I think. I think his career is over.
Okay. What you say about that, Steeler Rick?
I mean, I will say this: he's younger than Aaron Rodgers, right? So I mean,
is he?
I think so. I think so. Maybe by a year, but I mean, like you're all saying, O-line. I mean, if you keep him upright, look, he can still throw the ball. Obviously, you got Chase down the field, and the deep ball is still good. But if he's scrambling, running around, it's the same old story. Even with us, you keep him upright, he can still make the throws, I think. Is he an improvement over? I mean, I haven't really watched too much of Browning or anything, and people are just destroying him. So is it an upgrade? I don't know. Do you stick with the youth and ride it out, or you go with the old guy just collecting paychecks and hoping for the best? I don't know. It's a tough call, but I don't think I would have made the move, to be honest.
Me either. Because Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco, they're just at their peaks. We're just not on the same level. Aaron Rodgers was a whole different story than Joe Flacco.
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
yeah. So his decline, like Aaron Rodgers, when he declines, he's just going to be good, not great. But Flacco, he was just good. So his decline is just like, get out of here.
Like, I didn't know he did a quarterback sneak. Like, why are you doing a quarterback sneak with Joe Flacco? They did that sneak in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers is, let's go, boys. You know what I mean? Why are you using Joe Flacco of all fucking people? Like, putting a Njoku there or something. You know, use your big boy or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's and think about it. It's like you're taking a quarterback from the Browns, somebody that they let go. That tells you everything you need to know. That tells you everything you know. One man's trash is another man's garbage.
Oh.
That's basically how that goes down.
I don't have a mask, but I have a fan. So
those Matt Canada days are rough. I can't talk too much about that.
Exactly.
I mean, even now, it's not like our offense is really like, it's not like it's a high, it's not an AK.
But it's good enough to win, though. It's complimentary football enough to win football games, because even if it's not pretty, that they care about those numbers more than any other stat, is that win-loss column. And if you guys are doing well enough, So that's what matters at the end of the day.
Solved a huge problem on red zone scoring. I mean, I'm happy with that. I mean, that was a huge problem for us. So
what's that? What was it?
Red zone scoring.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
They get down there and walk away with nothing. And now at least, I mean, he's on fire in red zone. So I mean, he can
smart
still make
guys love him too.
So
still Aaron Rodgers.
Real quick, since I got the two Steeler guys here, why do you think they didn't keep Justin Fields? Because I always wondered that.
I mean,
they didn't want to give him the big money.
You see how he's playing? Is that worth $17 million a year to you?
No, I mean,
I wouldn't. I was totally fine. There were some Steeler fans like, "Oh, you should have kept him." I'm fine, not tanking this year, but doing whatever we can to get by, get in the playoffs if we can. Do whatever we can to ride it out till we get that guy. And I think Justin Fields would have put us more behind the 8 ball, because then he wanted to start. He had to start if he was here, and he was also costing you damn near $20 million a year. It's not worth it to me. It's just not worth it.
I mean,
I don't think he's proven himself to that level either. I agree.
No, it's
like, I'm not even looking at it from a money standpoint. I mean, Justin knows we saw him do some Cordell throws right into the ground, and I mean, just make terrible decisions. You watch some of that film back, and it's like, man, what is he thinking? Missing wide open guys, not even looking their way. I mean, there were a lot of mistakes last year, I think, just from watching.
He's hurt all the time too.
Yeah,
he's a running guy. I get that, but like you can't make the club if you're in the tub.
There you go.
That's it.
That's true. So we have. And just when you thought all the trades were over for the Browns, late last night, and I was in bed, I didn't get the text message till I got up this morning. But Greg Newsome, we did a flip-flop. I think we sent Greg and a 6, and we got back their cornerback and a 7. And everybody, but wait, this is typical Browns fans. Well, no, not typical fans, not all Browns fans, but a lot of them. For 3 years, we called him burnt toes. You couldn't cover nobody. Every bad thing that you could think about a cornerback, we said about Greg Newsome. And as soon as we trade him, oh man, I can't believe how y'all gonna get rid. See, man, we need to get rid of everybody. How you gonna get rid of him? He was a heart and soul. I've never gotten that. I've never gotten that about Browns fans, but that's what happened. Me personally, even if you are kind of okay with it, the bottom line was Greg was on his last year. That's why he's playing so well, because he's playing for a contract. He was never going to sign with us, or we were never going to give him the money that he wanted. So you got that going on. Next, the guy that I keep on saying the guy. What's the guy's name? Cody. Cody know it. Well, anyway, whatever the cornerback that we got, he's already signed a 4-year contract, so he's on a 4-year deal. They're going to play 2 of those years for us. Tyson Campbell, thank you, Cody. Tyson Campbell, and if he can stay healthy, he's a better cornerback. So I guess my question is to the panel is, knowing what you know now, do you think that's a good fit? Who made out on the deal? Us or the Jags? Go ahead, Rick. I'm gonna let you go first. Who do you think made out on this deal?
I mean, honestly, I like I said at the beginning, I think that's just an even trade. To be honest, I mean, why are you unloading him for? I get you're swapping picks, I guess, but maybe it just wasn't working. Maybe he was unhappy. But for me, I don't follow enough to know the ins and outs of their game, to be honest. But is that what it is? A personnel kind of issue, or is it a on the field play issue? Is my question really.
Well, I know for us, Newsome. I mean, yeah, he did look a little different this year, but the prior years, man, his middle name was Toast because he was always. Matter of fact, don't y'all act like y'all. Wait, y'all Steelers fans know he was constantly getting burnt.
Just picked on a little bit.
Constantly.
I mean, I didn't want to bash him, but you know.
All right, Tim. What's your thoughts, Tim? Who got the better deal?
Like after you explained it, as far as the contract situation, I think it's a pretty even trade. I think the Browns, it was just more of a business move more than on the field play, because like I said, I think Newsome played well this year. I think he did a really good job in coverage this year. I feel the same way a little bit about the trade, the same way I feel about anything else. Some of these things have to play out, and so that we see who got the better end of it. So if Newsome goes, to Jacksonville and balls out and has a stellar, season, maybe, and this guy Campbell doesn't seem like he pans out, then maybe we don't feel the same. I think when we get a lot of the backlash as far as Cleveland Browns, most of our fan base sticks around based off of nostalgia, and we get attached to these players. Like, for instance, if Njoku were to be traded, I believe Fannon's going to be a better tight end than him. I do. But if Njoku were to be traded, you're going to hear it because people are attached to him. So because we have the number 1 defense and Newsome's a part of that defense, I think we hear a lot of the backlash because it's like, well, we're doing fine. Why make any changes there, in that area when we need offensive linemen? So I think a lot of that comes from that. And a lot of this fan base, like I said, we survive off of, the Bernie Kosar days, the good old days, and we fall in love with the players and the storyline, even though we're being beat to a pulp season after season and disappointed. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
They get that off of us, and they make us wear this this battered syndrome as a badge of honor, and I'm just it's enough. That's all.
Justin,
I'd probably say you guys for right now. I just kind of read up. I guess they paid like a large portion of him already. So you guys are just paying his base salaries for like the next 3.5 years. So if he even plays to where he's just like a B grade player, like those salaries change. Like right now, I think they said he's ranked number 12 and like highest paid, which is like 4 notches below Denzel Ward. But that changes so much. Like by next year, he's going to be ranked 21st. You know what I mean? So even if he plays like at a B grade for you guys, I mean, I think on the Newsome side of things, if it's anything like how the Steelers go about this, we would trade for Newsome, and then we just let him walk at the end of the year. Which, I mean, if the Jaguars do that, it's like exactly what we do every year, which sucks. Like we always trade for a DB that plays fairly well, and then we just let him walk at the end of the year because we don't want to pay him. And so it's kind of like they may have just swapped and, paid this guy a bunch of money to pretty much go to you. And so I feel like you guys already have that upper hand just from the monetary value. I think like Omar Khan when it comes to that stuff, you got to pay a bunch of people.
Right. Well, and unfortunately, you can't keep everybody anymore. Once your quarterback gets that contract, it's tough.
The window gets tight. Yeah, it gets tight.
It's tough. And the thing about it, financially, we have one of those quarterbacks. He just ain't doing nothing for us. But we're still on the hook.
I forgot he's even on the team. Does he not dress for games, or what even goes on with Deshaun?
He's been rehabbing. He was.
Oh.
I think he was due to come off of that, whatever the injury thing that he was on. I think he was due to come off of that.
But I don't like a ego or something.
I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure if he's gonna, because I believe the Browns, if he doesn't play a year, they get that money back in insurance, or they're gonna get a portion of that back.
It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. I'm telling you.
As fans, we forget about that part a lot. A lot of times, we don't understand decisions. We forget about that part,
Right, because I was like everybody else. When I first looked at it, I was like, well, wait a minute. Cornerback for cornerback. But then when you looked at the numbers, you're like, oh, so this dude, and then we know Newsome ain't hanging around. And if he do, he's gonna want that 20 plus million.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So then let's ask. I'm sorry. So what about, why would the Jaguars unload him? That becomes my question. It's like we're asking, like with the Browns, well, why would the Jaguars make the trade? What's the benefit to them? They take a lesser round pick.
That has anything to do with it. I guess he was on IR for a couple, like half the season last year. I don't know. Maybe they see kind of right. I
think somebody mentioned the system too. I think somebody mentioned the system or that he's in may not fit for him as well. So maybe that's it. I don't know.
Like a similar defense.
He's better at man. And the producer says that he's better at man, and Jacksonville plays a lot of zone. So there was that. Where and Newsome seems to be better in the zone. So I can see, but the question is, are they going to give him the contract next year? I guess we'll find out. But with that, I guess it's time that we check out. This is man cave. It's man cave time. So I guess it's time to check out somebody's man cave. I think we got somebody loaded up. I ain't sure. Go ahead, Cody. What you got?
I love football. I love football. It was my entire life since as long as I can remember. I fostered an obsession with the game early on that I modeled after meticulous regiments of some of the greatest artists of past. Dickens, Beethoven, Demostheni. These great men were known to have a beast-like work ethic, coupled with an unwavering ability to create until perfection, beyond what most believe the human body will allow. To me, that's what it takes from being ordinary to extraordinary. It is the willingness to push beyond what the brain says to the body is possible and create a new order of boundaries for oneself. It is the ability to learn from greatness around you and curate for yourself a unique version of their efforts. Football challenged me mentally, physically, and spiritually in a way that no other feature of life could. So I was hooked. I had to succeed in order to quench this desire, or I knew I would have lived a life without direction. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of my journey to make this feat possible, to give me the opportunity to live my passion fulfilled and finally rest knowing that I.
Okay.
Well, I may have dropped the ball on this one. My stuff's been updated a good bit kind of since then. I've been dealing with, I just had a root canal yesterday. And I've been like completely crazy. I feel like I've been like dead since Friday. But I knew about this, but that was like the most recent video I could come up with. But there has been a lot updated, and right outside this room here, there's a whole bar too that is just. I have an addiction.
Okay. Hey, I know about that. I know about this.
Addiction.
You got some major stuff. You got lucky. Say, don't you have like Jim Brown stuff and everything too in your spot?
Ray's got a whole museum in his house.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
And I am a counselor. I do have a certification in addictions counseling too. If you need to exchange
Let's discuss all this. No, but I think that the craziest thing about mine is this has only been since 2019. This has literally been like a 6-year come up. There was a time right before that, there was literally just a Le'Veon Bell jersey hanging on a hanger on the wall. and, you know, an old lithograph I bought from the Steelers store for like $20. And then I got involved in this. Obviously the Hall of Fame thing happened, and, you know, kind of just been growing it since then. A lot of stuff, like, you know, I feel very blessed because I don't pay retail for like any of this stuff. I, you know, either am gifted a lot or I just work for it. And, you know, just a lot of things just kind of come with, you know, Rick knows you fall into some really cool, crazy situations where you get access to some cool stuff along the way.
Yeah.
So George Mallory wants to know, what is your best piece?
Probably my most expensive one. I have Myron Cope's trench coat from when he was Myron Cope. Old Yinzer, the terrible Thou is poised to strike. You know, the whole thing. But it was literally he went to Heinz Field, I think, to like, Rick, you were probably there when they like retired him, essentially, like, you know, gave him like his little his flowers or whatever. And I have that jacket from that night hanging out there. I have Andy Russell's cleats. I have an Andy Russell game ball from 1966. I got Brett Kiesel's cleats. I got a Big Ben cleat in there that you saw in the video. There's the Lynn Swann jersey from the whole Hall of Fans thing. And yeah, it's probably my big stuff right there. That's my favorite stuff.
So you're telling me if your house is burning down and you can only grab one thing, you're grabbing Myron Cope's jacket?
Man, honestly, I'd probably leave it here. I'd probably have to grab my kids. My kid has a whole case here. And honestly, like, that's probably the biggest thing I tell people, because they're like, oh, you know, I want this stuff or I need that for my cave. And dude, honestly, my favorite stuff that I have is like the stuff for my kids' first time or my kids' first game, or like my first game with my old lady. I had a terrible towel signed by Joey Porter to us from his first INT and everything. Like little stuff that's personal. That's probably like my favorite stuff. So I probably have to grab like his whole case and try to, you know, one arm it and get the hell out of the house. But like, luckily I do have insurance to cover everything else. So hopefully if that happens, I'll plead the case to KDKA and we'll get on the news and try to get the Steelers to, you know, replenish some of this.
Real quick, for those that don't know, I had a tailgate party here at my house for the what's the cook's name? Come on,
Emerald.
Yeah, Emerald. And I talked Rick and his family to come down. He's like, so what should I wear? I was like, dude, come in your Steelers stuff. He's like, nah. I'm like, dude, if you invite me to something, I'm coming in my Brown stuff. So come in your Steelers stuff. So I had to leave because they were filming down at the Hall of Fame. So I had no idea what was going on when I got back here. I come back, I see a sea of orange and brown, and then I see, wait a minute, is that some black and gold over there? And wait a minute, the people, I mean, there were one or two news channels. I know you guys got interviewed on one of the news channels, and everybody, and they're still saying to this day, who was that family that Steeler fan? They were just so nice. And I was like, I don't know, I don't even know them. I think they just bum rushed the.
Just showed up.
They bum rushed the party. Yeah. But no, it was a great time. Even the mayor came. It was a great time, and Rick came decked out in his black and gold, and he represented, and we had a great time. I just thought I would share that with people because that's the kind of guy Rick is. I just want y'all to know.
One of the best, man. He's one of the best. Rick took me to like every single game in 2020 when there was no fans in the stadium. He had no reason to do it other than he maybe wanted to meet whoever was coming to my house for the Hall of Fans thing, perhaps. But I mean, he took me in, no charge. I mean, he's like, I got to thank Rick for that whole thing. What was it, 3-4 games you went into during COVID that you took me to? I mean,
yeah, we lucked out, and they released some tickets, and then for the other ones, I won't talk about sneaking in on those, but. Yeah, I mean, it was like a friends and family thing mostly, and then we were able to hit a few like that, and yeah, I mean, what a weird stretch of time, but yeah, I mean, Ray, at your house, my kids still talk about that, so we had a great day. That was fun, games and all kinds of stuff, so made a lot of good friends.
It was. So hey, it's still a week. Let's get into it, y'all. So right off the top, and I'm hoping I want this to happen for you guys so bad because that's how much I love you guys. But it seems like Odell Beckham Jr.'s name is getting floated around, and he said, "Hey, I wouldn't mind suiting up in the black and gold." So I guess my question to you guys, is that a good fit? I'm gonna save the Steeler guys till last. Tim, what you think? Is that a good fit for the Steelers?
Am I answering this as a Browns fan, or am I answering this
Yes, you are.
Okay, as a Browns fan, I think he will be a great fit because it's going to be a waste of time. He'll probably be hurt in 2 quarters. He never lasts. He never lasts. But the scary part is that if he does, he was such an elite talent. It's the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. It's like there's such an elite talent that as they decline, they're still viable players. So, you just can't count guys like that out because he was elite. So I think that if him and Aaron Rodgers are able to catch, some chemistry, lightning in the bottle for the season, he could be a good fit because he's a dynamic receiver. And I think even at this age, if he's able to stay healthy, he could still be a problem for some defenses, especially when you got DK Metcalf on the other side.
Okay. Justin, what you think?
I think if it was going to happen, it would happen already. Not that I just don't think it's a fit. I'll be honest. I would love it to happen because I like OBJ. I like, obviously the Aaron Rodgers, the Russell Wilson. I still got a Russell Wilson jersey here that was a team issued one. Like I'm easy to fall for, the Duck Hodges thing. Like I wanted him to come back damn near, but I just don't think he'd do much here. I don't think he fits it. I think we need to use our other players more. Like we can't even get the ball to the guys that we're paying, let alone get it to another guy that's, just not going to do anything. I mean, like you said, he gets hurt in 2 quarters. He hasn't really done anything in any other team in the last couple of years he's played on. He's done. He needs to just hang it up and enjoy retirement, enjoy the LSU games, and kind of call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. What you think, Rick?
I mean, I don't want it to turn into a retirement community here with everybody's all washed up players. So it's like, but is he a good distraction on the other side? Let's say he does play opposite DK or something. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, the dude, he's a nice dude. We hung out with him for, maybe 20 minutes or so down at the Super Bowl in Atlanta, and he just hung out with us at the bar, and he was the nicest guy, man. We talked to him a long time and got pictures, and just he was like a real down to earth kind of guy. And I was like, man, are you done in LA or whatever he was with? Who was he with at that time? He got right before he got traded to the Browns. And it ended up, I said, man, you need to come to Pittsburgh, whatever. He's like, oh, man, I'd love to. No. And that was like a week later. He went to Cleveland. So I was like, well, I guess we screwed that one up. But, yeah, I mean, that was 6 years ago. So maybe he was on the downswing back then. So, I don't know. Usually guys we got, like Justin said, I mean, Roman Wilson and Austin, he's the fastest guy on the team. I mean, you got to utilize them more, not just trying to, relive the glory days when guys are at the twilight of their career, I guess. So I'm going to pass.
Okay. Well, hey, I'm kind of like Tim. I'm hoping that you guys pick him up because I know the distraction that he's going to be. Ooh, but no, to be honest, I don't think he. I mean, when was the last time he played? I don't think he has anything left. When was the last time he actually? I think Antonio Brown would have a better shot than he would.
I'll take that all day. God. I'll take it all day long. Bring AB back.
Oh man.
You would take him back?
Well, dude, I love AB. He's crazy. He's absolutely bonkers, but I'll take him back.
He's a maniac. He's
crazy.
A maniac.
If we could shut off
he is super talented, man. He is super talented, though.
Dude, I've been in a closed room.
One of the best.
He is a normal guy behind a closed door. He is absolutely a normal human being. As soon as you get him in front of any other people or a camera, booming. It's literally turns into like, he got the metal thing on his finger, just like a spaceman. Like he's
Jekyll and Hyde
person, bro. Whole different. That's the problem.
That sounds like he might have a little bipolar or something going on with him.
Something.
Can't be.
Going on.
Wow. Again, hey, I'm gonna lean on you. I'm gonna lean on my Steeler guys for this one. So your tight end, Now, how you say his last name? Pat
Freiermuth.
Right. So it seems like there's a big thing going on. He's not getting the reps. He's not getting in or whatever. But it seems that I guess he's not the better blocking tight end. So whenever you guys play a 4-3 team, your other big guy gets in there because they need more blocking. But I guess my question is, do you guys see this as a problem? Him not getting the reps that he should be getting, or is something? I mean, they're saying that he can't block, but it's something else. And like I said, I'm leaning on you guys because you guys probably hear more stuff about your guys than we do. Is something going on, Rick? What's going on with him, Rick?
I mean, for me, the name on the front means more than the name on the back. So, I mean, it's all about winning. And you look at the percentage of the plays that he's in, if they're moving the ball, when he's out with Washington in there. I mean, Washington is just a tower of a man, and he can move anybody on that field. I don't care who it is. So, how do you take him out? He's such a huge threat catching the ball, especially red zone targets. And if he's plowing people over all the way down the field, I don't see how you take him out, to be honest. I mean, Pat, he can catch the ball, and whatever scheme they're going to run, if they decide, hey, you know what, he's only going to play a certain percentage of the plays, it's all about the win for me. I don't care who's on the field, to be honest. And if it's working out that way, then so be it, is the way I look at it.
Okay. Justin.
I definitely agree with Rick to extent. As long as we're getting that W, that's truly all that matters. But the one thing that I will say is I kind of blame the guy that looks like me. I blame Arthur Smith a little bit because it's like if we're already struggling on the wide receiver end of things, get creative with it. Like you're telling me that Pat Freiermuth or Jonnu Smith isn't as good as your third wide receiver. Like put him in the slot if you have to. Like get creative with it. Like make these defensives think. I would take Pat Freiermuth over somebody's nickel corner all day long. And we're struggling to move the ball like that. Get him on the field somehow. I don't care where you put him. Get him on the field. Like he's better than Roman Wilson. Same thing with Jonnu Smith. Like put Darnell's big ass right at tackle, practically next to the right tackle or left tackle, and you got a team. I don't know why our stars are on the field all the time, and it like the whole Tomlin thing. It does get frustrating because you're like on Madden. Obviously, you can draw this stuff up. It's not the same, but you've seen Pat Freiermuth line up and slot before. It's not like it's never happened. I don't know why we don't do it more, unless this is kind of a crazy conspiracy theory. I feel like we kind of reserve some stuff for down the line for when we're playing these AFC North matchups and we're playing these big important games down the stretch. I hope that's the case. Maybe we're conserving those kind of things for later on. You don't want to put it on film in the first 4 weeks, but I don't know. I think you need to use them more. I mean, we don't use Roman Wilson. Like I think Pat has like 17 or 14 catches for like 60 yards or something like that. Or maybe that's Jonnu's stats. They both don't have 100 yards either. Like It just baffles me. You know what I mean? They're both great players. Like hell, Jonnu's lined up at running back. Like keep it going. But I think Arthur Smith is so stuck to like that 90s style of football of like we're going heavy and we're running the ball. And then we're telling people, yeah, we're going heavy and running the ball. Unless it's like a ploy, stack your box against us because we're throwing it. But I don't know. It gets a little frustrating sometimes. But I'm just here for the ride.
Okay. But real quick, because something went over my head. You said unless it's the guy that looks like me,
Arthur Smith. I've been told. I guess at the tailgate he has a mustache and a hat, and I guess if I had my glasses on, I dressed up like him for Halloween.
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he's our offensive coordinator. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Look, Google him. I got told it at the last tailgate, so I'm just kind of rolling with it.
Is that why you're sticking with the mustache, Arthur's?
Honestly,
Arthur's
the weird thing about the mustache, and there's no need to be sorry, but my great grandmother passed away, and she's like she was nearly 100. So see, I told you, like I love that fact, but my great grandma passed away and everybody was kind of down on it. And I was the only person kind of keeping the positive about it. She's 90 something years old. So I decided to shave the full thing to a mustache to make everybody laugh the whole time. And then it worked. Everybody laughed, had a good time. And then they kind of said it worked. So I'm like, just rolling with it. The dad stash is here to stay for now.
Nice.
The dad stash.
I like it.
Tim, What do you think? What do you think about their problem at tight end?
Any Steeler problem is a good problem. That's how I feel about it. I think Firemouth is a playmaker. I don't like him, but he is a valuable playmaker. And you want to make excuses to keep your playmakers on the field, not off. So I don't really watch the Steelers unless because most of the times they play the same time we play. So I miss their games a lot of times. But if I catch some highlights, or if they're playing us, or they play a later game than us, I'm able to watch them. I've always thought Firemouth was really productive as a tight end. But like I said, any Steeler problem is a good problem. But sometimes, and I mean, I don't know if this is the case here, but a lot of times when they start pulling these players that you think should be on the field off of the field, you start wondering if they're going to trade them sometime soon. Like, are they trying to keep them from being hurt and try to keep their value up? Because I don't understand otherwise why you would keep a playmaker off the field ever, especially if you guys, like you were mentioning, he could play in the slot. So then he doesn't have the burden of blocking in that, necessarily in that position.
Right.
So,
And that is a good question. Who is your running back?
Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, and Caleb Johnson.
Oh, so running back by committee?
Oh, Caleb.
Caleb Johnson, he's a good kid. I know the guy. I'm not going to go into detail, but I know a little bit of his background. He's a really good kid, and I feel terrible for like his whole thing that like went down with him. Like, it sucks. I mean, people make mistakes, but I mean, for one, he shouldn't even be back there.
We don't know what you're talking about. You
don't okay. I just assumed that the whole world saw the whole kick return. He had a whole kick return fumble. Pretty much let the other team score a touchdown on.
It just bounced over his head, and it was a live ball just chilling in the end zone. And they dove on it, so they lost the game.
Oh, he didn't know. He thought it was. He didn't go after it.
Yeah,
he thought it was going to be dead.
Oh wow, he didn't know the rules.
And they were pissed. They were flipping out. They literally said they go over this every week. Every week they said they go over this. Just insane, man. Like, and that's where it's like. But in his defense, he shouldn't have been returning kicks. He's never returned kicks in college. There are plenty of people on our team that have done that like full time. Like Calvin Austin, that's literally like what's his job in college. Where is his ass at? Like, I just don't get that. We just don't use people like for the last 2-3 years, we've put like running backs or power backs back there to return kicks besides Cordell Patterson, who practically was a fat running back last year. Like it's just, I don't get it.
I wonder if he thought it was going to go out the back of the end zone because it kind of went close to the out of bounds back there. I wonder if he was thinking it was just from the momentum it was going to carry. Do you think, did he admit to that, to not knowing the rule, or did he give an explanation as to why that happened?
I don't think he even talked to anybody. I think he pretty much like dipped out and all the coaches were like, yeah, we're going to have a talk to him. They benched him. They benched his ass and didn't have a choice.
He had an Uber. He had an Uber waiting on him.
Wow. He said, I got to do better, and that's it. I mean, he didn't really give an explanation other than, I got to do a better job. The team's got to do a better job. Oh, cliche stuff. But I don't think he went into, don't you know that's a live ball? Why didn't you go after it? None of that really was said.
Right. But you guys ended up winning that game, though, right?
No, that's the one.
Yeah, that was our home opener.
Wow.
Sitting in a Champions Club for that one. That sucked.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just crazy, man. Although I will say this, the whole like Aaron Rodgers hiding the ball thing, I was like right behind the end zone as he's like doing some of that stuff. Dude, he is like an ace at that. Like he literally like fooled me and I'm sitting right behind him watching the play from like the running back's view. And the dude tucked the ball. It's insane to see Aaron Rodgers play close up. He really is like, it's an insane thing to watch close up. That's all I'll say about it.
Okay, so you guys are 3-1, the top of the division. Who is this a bigger game for? The 1-3 Browns or the 3-1 Steelers? Go ahead, Tim. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I think it's a bigger game for the Browns simply because of what Stefanski will put on the field, what kind of product he'll put on the field this week. That's what I think makes it a bigger game. I think in contrast, it could be a bigger game for the Steelers, and I mean to kind of like play both sides, but it could be a bigger game for the Steelers because it could stifle their or slow their momentum and in the direction they're heading right now. So, but overall, I would have to lean towards the Browns. I think it's a bigger game for them because I think that if they lose this in big fashion, which to me feels probable or likely, that Stefanski will be on that hot seat that I don't think he's on quite yet with the organization.
Okay, Rick, who's a bigger game for?
I mean, from a division standpoint, if you got to keep your foot on the throat of everybody else, and going 4-1 with Baltimore starting the way they did. I mean, if you go 3-2 and anything's possible, Baltimore, they're going to win their games towards the end, of course, and the Browns going to make a comeback here. I mean, I'm thinking no, but it's huge for them. But I mean, for us to lay an egg at home to, back-to-back home games like that, it will turn ugly. So I don't see them losing like that 1:00 home Cleveland early on the season. I mean, not to say we own you guys, but we kind of do. But it's, other than the last,
you kind of do.
I mean, like I said, you can't screw this up, and to go up that with a big lead like that in the division, you can afford to lose some maybe later on. But if you get a big lead early like this in the division, I mean, that's massive.
You can pull away.
So you can afford, you got to win your home games. And so they already screwed that up. You win your home games, you steal a couple on the road. That's how it works. So, but you can't lose your first 2 home games, or like I said, I think it's going to turn ugly. So it is a bigger game than you think from this standpoint.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, like I kind of feel the same way as Rick. There's a lot kind of riding on that. Like I was kind of thinking in my head there, like, well, what if it's a close game? Like, what if the Browns kind of stay in it? I don't think it's going to be like a blowout Steelers win. It's just never that. I never think that anymore. Those days are dead with Big Ben. I just don't think it's a thing anymore. But like overall, like from a record standpoint, you guys obviously need to win. But if we come out and we lose, like if the defense lets you guys score 30, like the town's going to burn down on Monday. Like it's going to be a big deal. Like everyone's off of work. They're going to, burning couches in the street.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where like we spend so much on defense, and if the offense is piss poor again, like, and we're still not doing anything about the wide receiver thing, we haven't done it in 2 years doing anything about it. We traded for a wide receiver and got rid of one, which I'm speaking of that. I'm glad that whole thing went down, but it's just, we have to show up. We have to show that we're getting better every week. We can't drop a second loss at home. Like that's huge for us. Like the Steeler games at home are very different from what they were 5-6 years ago. I'd say more like six years ago, pre-COVID. But like when I was sitting in the Champions Club, this is the richest area in the stadium besides the club. Probably more expensive than the club typically. And the Steeler fans next to me were kind of talking shit. Like it was like Cam Hayward's not that good to be mad and blah, 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 blah. And then he bats a pass for an interception. We are spoiled here. We don't cheer like we should. And I'll say that for, I can't remember which player kind of made it a thing.
Patrick Queen, I think.
Patrick Queen. He's right. He's 1,000% right. I love going to Steeler away games because Steeler Nation shows the hell up. And so that's not talking bad on Steeler Nation, but Steeler fans in Pittsburgh were spoiled rotten. And I'm just as guilty of it as everyone else, but we got to show up and give the fans a reason to show up and pay this $200 ticket price. Because I know I'm getting sick and tired of paying $200 to watch an offense put up 300 yards.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are spoiled. I paid $200 to see our offense put up 300 yards.
Oh.
But no, I mean, yeah, no. So wait, you guys spent. Oh yeah, that's right. Because TJ got the big contract.
Loaded. Cam Hayward's loaded. Patrick Queen's gotten paid. I'm sure Jalen Ramsey's not cheap. Like we paid Minka, now he's gone.
It's the highest paid defense, isn't it? In the league?
We're the highest paid defense in the National Football League.
Right.
And I know we're not ranked top 5.
No.
And that's like, it's a damn shame. Now, granted, I know things change. You got I kind of knew the first 4 weeks of this year were going to be rough. So that's where like by week 6, we got to have this ironed out. Like we got it. Like offense has got to be looking better, and defense has to do what our defense does. Like I expect us to be lights out the first 4 weeks and then start to give it up at the end when injuries and attrition sets in. But it's kind of going backwards, like it's just you gotta nut up or shut up. You got to show up to work and work. So I don't get. Right.
Well, I mean, still a Browns week. I mean, it's always a big game for both teams, regardless whatever the records, even if it's just for bragging rights.
Right.
Because living here in Youngstown, it's literally split right down the
I'm right next to you. I get it. Like my border is like Ohio's right here practically to my house. Like it's 15 minutes down the road.
We might as well be in PA because it's literally split right. Matter of fact, I'd be willing to say it's probably more Steeler fans here just simply because you guys win so much.
Well, I will give you guys the credit though. The last couple of years, ever since you guys started making your little comeback with Baker and everything, like whenever you guys have been on your way up a little bit for a while. Like I used to never see Browns lighters at that little gas station right across the border. There's no Steeler lighters there anymore. It's nothing but Browns. So Browns fans are starting to come back a bit. You guys still have some fandom, and I still hear tons of shit from you guys.
Are you in Pennsylvania, Justin?
Yeah. Yep. I'm in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, home of Joe Willie.
Get out of here.
Yes,
I graduated from Farrell High School, and I went to college with a lot of people from Beaver Falls. Yeah. That's something, man. Sharon and Farrell.
Geneva College is literally right outside my door. It's
like, oh my God.
Yes, I'm right there.
Hey, wait, I got a crazy story. I didn't know Geneva College was a Christian college. So
that's where I went to school.
So I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm going to school in Pittsburgh, and a bunch of guys, hey, we going down to Geneva to party.
No.
Again, not knowing it's a Christian college. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Man, we go down there. They're reading poetry. They're doing spiritual readings. And I'm like, okay, so where's the... And they was like, this is the party. I was like, are you serious? They was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I'll be respectful.
It's a party for your mind.
For an 18-year-old, that was definitely different.
Right across the street, they used to have choir practice. That was the only noise complaints I've ever had from Geneva is they used to have choir practice across the street. I can't really say much. What am I going to do?
Right.
And, no parties ever. I think there was only 1 year I think I've ever had an issue with kids drinking over there. And like I had a kid that parked next to my house and like barfed on his tire wheel and like left it there overnight. But it's usually the athletes. Like the athletes are usually the only bad kids in their entire school. And everyone else is like married practically. Like,
hey, well, guys, check it out. Our hour is up. So I want before we go, I want everybody get ready for Christmas. Get ready for Halloween, because we're gonna be jamming, and if we don't do nothing else, we're gonna have a good time. So if nothing else, let's hope that neither team has any serious injuries, and then may the best team win.
Let's go.
Here we go. Good. Hey, as always, go Browns. Let me hear it. Come on, guys.
Here we go.